Are you an active duty military spouse or veteran in San Diego and you're trying to bring a little bit extra money into your pocket because how expensive this place is and you're trying to make ends meet during these tough times? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that I've done along my life and things that I wish I would have done when I was active duty, some things I've learned along my journey, and just kind of overall tips and tricks trying to make you hit those ends every single month. So into the video, let's go. Hey everyone, my name is Cameron Hodge. On this channel, I talk about everything when it comes to military living in San Diego. I don't care if it's PCSing, living, moving, staying, whatever you are looking to do in San Diego. I am trying to be your one-stop shop to bring you as much value as possible every single week. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the like icon, so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. Also, as a licensed real estate agent, I love helping you with real estate decisions in San Diego. But even in regards to this video, if you just have financial questions in general as a veteran here in San Diego, I'm here to help you on that journey. Because I understand not everyone can buy real estate here in San Diego, nor do they want to, but they do want to make that path a possibility in the future. So it's number popping up below, so I can get a hold of me. Call, text, email, or even schedule a Zoom call down in the description below. Whatever you need, I have your back when it comes to making those decisions. So obviously, we are all aware how expensive things are getting. Even though BH has increased this year, if you are active duty, or maybe you're not, maybe you're a veteran and you're just struggling, you're just trying to figure out what to do next. I have been there. I have been active duty, trying to figure out how to actually use, create better wealth for my family while I'm in the military, working crazy hours, and be that provider for my family. And on the flip side, I've been the veteran who has gotten out of the military and just freaking fell down the tree, multiple branches, trying to figure things out, and just like a huge emotional journey on that path. So I want to do this video because I figured during these times, it's relevant. It's very relevant, especially in San Diego with how expensive it is. And I know people are just always trying to figure things out. So obviously, there's a lot you can talk about this subject, a lot of things you can think about and do. The first thing I love to tell anyone is, it's not just, look, I'm not going to sit here and just be like, oh, you need to save money and cut your expenses. I think we all are aware that we can cut expenses and do stuff. I am well aware that I think most of us have already cut as much as possible, and we're at the point where we just need to make some more income. It's just the fact of the matter, right? Like, I hate when people are just like, cut this, like, you're spending too much money. It's like, look, hey, I got kids. There are things I want to do for my kids. And sure, we don't go crazy and we're not always paying for Disney every single month. But look, at the same time, like, I'm aware, I think we're all aware how to stop wasting our money. Maybe it's drinking, maybe it's smoking. I don't care what it is. Like, I've been a smoker too in my past when I was in active duty. Like, look, it is what it is, but I think we're all at the point now where we need to start finding solutions to kind of bring a little bit of extra money in every single month. So the first thing I want to say is watch out for sharks. And what do I mean by that is, look, being in the military or even a veteran, like, there are so many directions you get pulled on to either make more money, or, the spouse down the street or the veteran down the street, like, knows how to make money. He's the financial guru or she's the financial guru, and they're going to tell you how to make money or save money or whatever the heck it is. Look, you gotta do your own research and you gotta figure it out yourself. Because ultimately, like, if you're not making the right decisions or you're just not comfortable with like a certain thing or someone, like, go with your gut. Always go with your gut. Like, you need to make sure that like whatever idea is coming in, you do your research and you figure out if it's the right thing. And be aware that you're probably going to take risks on certain things because not everything's going to work out. So you have to make sure you take that risk to where if you are willing to jump into something, kind of make a little bit extra money, I don't care what it is, like, it's going to come, like, there are pros and cons to everything. So watch out for sharks. Even when it comes to making extra money, I think we're all aware, if you Google in how to make extra money, you're going to be hit with 1,000 different ways, top things to do, top side hustles, and whatever it is. Look, you got to be careful because it is so easy. And I've been down this road. I research and try things. And like, yeah, it's great. I learned a lot, built some skills, but there's a lot of things I definitely could have skirted around and gotten through to my destination from A to Z a heck of a lot faster than I did, just wasting time and ultimately making my family suffer in the process. So the second thing is, obviously, if you have a spouse or someone who's with you and you're in active duty or you're the one working for the family, sure, they could get a job as well. Personally, my wife has always stayed at home with the kids. When we first met here in San Diego, she worked and she did a long time. And we're at the point where she absolutely could. And she currently actually helps me in my current business because I'm blessed to be able to have her to be able to help me with so many things and provide her that income, helping the family business. But I also understand that not all time spouses can work, which leads me into the next thing. It's like, hey, maybe you need to get a second job, right? These are obvious ones, like, hey, get a second job. I've met so many veterans that are active duty as well who had second jobs. Me personally, I never did. Right, I made the choice to where I was working a ton. I wanted to go home and see my son and not have to work a second job. But understand that that is always a possibility. And I think as parents or just adults, we have to understand that there are certain seasons in life where we're going to have to probably go a little bit farther. Now, when it comes to jobs, whether spouse or second job, this isn't just like for nothing. The state of California has like veterans like work programs and things like that. And there's always like veteran meetups. Like, so how I got into real estate, as an agent and like creating my team and like this journey that I've been on literally started from a Marine for Life meetup event. Marine for Life obviously is open to all military members. You don't have to be a Marine, but it is an event that they hold local meetups usually once a month. It's delayed obviously because of COVID, but they usually do once per month. And it's a network meetup where like you can go if you're looking for a job opportunity, or maybe you're trying to learn something. Like people like myself always love to go to those things and just kind of network and provide opportunity. Even if you're active duty or a veteran yourself, like that is a great opportunity. Another one is Veteran Beer Club of San Diego. So that is an amazing group who there's always people who own businesses and they're all veterans and they always meet once a month. That is a group who obviously it's private. Marine for Life is funded by the Marine Corps. So obviously they have to follow stupid rules and stuff like that. But the Veteran Beer Club always meets once per month. They rotate around the county of San Diego. And that is literally a group if you were looking for maybe a job you're about to get out of the military, or you're looking for people to network with who are veterans themselves. That is an amazing group to go to, especially if you're looking for a job or a second job, or just maybe some ideas on how to make some extra money. Like those are an amazing group of people, veterans who are always looking to help each other. They even have a Facebook group. I'll try and add it in the description below. I'll have my team add it in the description below, so that way you can look at it and you can kind of get a better idea of what it is and join. Obviously that's for veterans specifically, but it doesn't really matter if you're a spouse. Like your veteran can obviously join and you can get insight through that. Also, obviously On Base always has resources when it comes to people looking to get jobs. I've noticed a lot of spouses who maybe work at like the hotel or things like that, and they're trying to make ends meet that way. Like those are great. But I know that it's taking a lot of time as well, especially if you only have one car and like it gets really hard getting that second job and things like that. But those are great resources that you have to kind of bring in some extra money here in San Diego. Now, the next thing I want to go into, because it is my area of expertise and it's something I can talk about. So those are all great areas to do literally anything. I don't care what industry you're looking into. I don't care what steps you're looking to take. They will get you to the next steps. Or you can, like I said, you can reach out to me and I'm happy to help on that journey, because I've been there. I've been lost when I got out of the military, just no idea what I'm doing. And it's literally those resources, like I just told you, is what got me to where I am today, to be just even have some kind of solid footing to be pushing off of. Obviously, this is the thing I've noticed a lot of veterans want to get into real estate investing or purchasing real estate. Obviously, I help people do that. That's what I do for a living. That is my business. From here all the way to Florida, that's what I do. That being said, I've noticed a lot of veterans, this is more pertaining to those who are maybe struggling, like you're maybe your credit's shot, or you don't have the money to get investing. I'll tell you, so my first time when I was in San Diego, I got done with the deployment. I had a little bit of money saved up. I've been working hard for a couple of years to get that money saved up. And my first piece of real estate I actually purchased wasn't even in California. It was in Arizona, in Yuma. And that was my first investment property I ever bought. And it did well. Didn't make me rich, but I learned a lot along the way. I will tell you, after that property, I bought it after 3 years. I actually sold it for a 50 grand net profit. So that's after everything. After taxes, the money I put down, I actually raised some money from friends and family and paid them back in order to afford that property. And I can tell you that was a great journey. And for those that you're veterans, maybe you're living in the barracks, maybe you're think you're struggling, like there are ways to get involved in real estate. I'm not going to go into a huge in-depth scenario about like what you can do. You can wholesale, obviously things like that. Look, in terms of investing, there's a lot of ways to go into it. And that could be a whole video in itself. Just know that I'm always here to be a resource, kind of give you insight into what I've done. I can connect you with people, other veterans who have done way more than me, who know more, and they can help you literally through this. I even know veterans who will literally do everything for you and just bring you the real estate and you just fund the money. So it literally works from A to Z, no matter what you're looking to do. Like there are solutions, and don't think because you're in San Diego, it means you can't do anything. I don't like when people mention that, because it is just so not true. In today's day and age, there's so much you can do to get involved in real estate. Even if it's purchasing your own condo or home, or buying a multifamily and living in it and renting out the other ones, that there's so much you can do. Just understand that might not be a short-term money play. It's more of a long-term money play. But if you're buying real estate with the right plan, it actually might save you some of your BAH money every month, but it has to be done intelligently. So that's enough of that. The last thing I want to really dive deep into is, obviously in real estate, there are so many professions that tie to it. There's so many. From A to Z in a transaction of when someone buys real estate, there is so much involved with it. Obviously, a lot of veterans or even their spouses get involved in real estate. And I feel like a lot of them get, like, even when I first got involved, like I got pushed down a weird path, and I'm grateful for it. I kind of stumbled along my way and found out where I am now, where I belong, which is helping this community. But you understand that obviously some of the professions that are examples of some of the common ones, real estate agent. So in California, it costs between $500 to $700 to become a real estate agent in California. Now, if you're looking to join, reach out to me first, because there are ways to kind of cut that down, but you have to understand that that's usually what it costs, and it takes a little bit of time, especially if you're working a job and things like that. You can become a loan officer. Obviously, loan officers deal with mortgages. That is something you can do from anywhere. Like mortgage officers, loan officers, they don't actually have to meet with clients physically. In that today's day and age, it's usually virtual or just a phone call when an agent sends you someone who's looking to buy. So that's a great opportunity. Understand that some of these professions, I have seen situations where commands are looking for chits or approval to make sure what you're doing. Because once you get big enough, there will always be people who are like, the military always wants to be cautious of what you're doing. So understand that might come up. But at the same time, maybe you want to get licensed, like EXP, for example, the company I'm part of, whatever. Like, obviously, you can join with a spouse together. So if let's say your spouse wants to get licensed, they join as the primary and you're just a secondary. So you only pay one fee, one everything, right? But then you're tagged along at the company with your spouse. So a lot of times I've seen spouses jump into this head first. I know the transaction coordinators. So obviously, when every real estate deal that's closed, you get paid. Transaction coordinators can be anywhere between $350 to $500 per transaction in San Diego. So if someone buys or sells a piece of property, there is someone who's doing all the paperwork that gets paid $450 for that 21 to 30 day closing. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into that. You can get certified. Do you have to be certified? Absolutely not. You can reach out to someone like myself, and I can help you along that journey to kind of figure out how it works. This is something that even regular veterans can do and stuff like that. It's more of, I consider it like, it can be a side hustle, but it can be a full-time job depending on which agent, people you're tied to. So obviously reach out to me if you want to learn more about that. But other professions. So if you're a spouse, or maybe you're a veteran who you do photography, maybe you're combat camera, right? You can obviously, real estate photography can be a well-paying profession. Taking professional photos of properties. It can be a very lucrative profession if done right. So that's another thing you can do. You can do home inspections. You can do so many things. And like I said, I know so many people that have done these. So if you're looking to make connections, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to make those connections with those individuals. If I'm obviously, there are several I do myself already. But if you're looking to do that, like, I'm happy to do that. So like I said, real estate can be a great industry to get involved in. People always look at the big ones: agent, loan officer, investing. But if you're just looking for something on the side or something that just pays well, even insurance, right? Understand that there are so many things that can bring you that extra piece of income. And a lot of industries get hurt, especially as we head into the recession and all these things. A lot of industries get crunched, layoffs, things like that. I know that someone's gonna be watching this, and a spouse is going to be like laid off from work because of like late layoffs, and like the companies are downsizing and things like that. I really hope that you see this, and I hope you get some value in it. So that way, if you have any questions, like, literally reach out to me. You don't have to be buying real estate. Obviously, the whole point of this channel is I'm helping you buy real estate. I think it's a great way to store money, to build wealth over the long term. But in the short term, I understand that a lot of times you just need to make some extra money. And I wish I knew some of these professions when I was active duty, because I don't know if I would have gone straight to investing. Yes, it worked out. Yes, it was a great decision. I learned so much, but I kind of did it for the prestige. Overall, that money could have been better spent maybe starting an agent business, being a real estate agent, or a loan officer, or starting a transaction coordination company. Like, I could have done so much more, and especially with my wife, how like now she does my transaction coordination, and she's so good at it, right? She's better with paperwork than I ever could be. My mind's in 1,000 places, being the visionary for where our business is going. I need her by my side to be able to do that. But understand that there are so many opportunities in San Diego to either all these groups I mentioned, to find jobs, maybe get a second job. Like, you don't have to work at McDonald's as a second job. I've seen veterans who literally work minimum wage job as a second job. Personally, I think there are way better ways to spend your money to make way more money. And this isn't like a millionaire get rich quick scheme. This is literally just, hey, maybe you make an extra $20,000 a year. There are so many ways to do better. Even as an agent, right? You close like 5 to 7 deals a year. That's five people or couples you're helping with real estate. And you're gonna be making at least, after fees and all that stuff, you're at least making 40 grand, right? After taxes, let's say you're bringing home 30, whatever. Like, every situation is different. But imagine, like, that's how little you could help someone. It's crazy how, like, just some extra money can go such a long way, especially if you're active duty, your spouse trying to figure out how you can support the family. Like, I implore you to look at some of these ideas, look at all of them, just figure it out. And if you are looking for any questions, maybe you're trying to get into investing, maybe you're trying to get involved in real estate, one of these professions I just mentioned, this number down below is how you can reach me. You can call me, text me, email me, or you can schedule a Zoom call. It doesn't matter what. I'm just here to help you along this journey. That's why I've completely rebranded this channel, as I just want to help military spouses and veterans get better footing in San Diego and make more progress in their life, because it's not just about getting rich and doing all this. It's just literally having a more comfortable, sound family and home life and foundation. And I want to help you along that process. So I hope you got value in this video. I hope I give you some insights, some ideas, and the things that you can go into. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.